What if the tightness in your hamstrings isn't just physical? What if it's emotional, ancestral, even woven into your body like an old story waiting to be told? Most people over 50 think stiffness is just a part of aging. We say, I'm just not as flexible as I used to be. But what if that's only half the truth? There's a hidden layer to your body's tension, one that modern science and ancient traditions are finally starting to agree on. Every time you fold forward, there's more at play than muscle stretching. You're tapping into your nervous system, your emotional memory, your body's own code for safety and control. And when you unlock that, something changes. In this video, I'm going to show you what happens when you do one simple practice every single day, not just physically, but emotionally, neurologically, even spiritually. It's not just about touching your toes. It's about reprogramming the way your body relates to aging to flow to freedom. If you ever felt like your body is holding you back or like something inside you wants to move again to feel more alive, you're in the right place. Stay with me until the end. You'll never look at stretching the same way again. Before we get started, drop your name and where you're watching from in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Benefit 1. Reclaim your flexibility and what that really means. After 50. Flexibility after 50 isn't about doing the splits or showing off in a yoga class. It's about something far more vital. How easily you move through life. Physically, emotionally, even mentally. As we age, we start confuse stiffness with inevitability. We say, I'm just getting old. But what if your lack of flexibility isn't because you're aging, but because your body has been stuck in protection mode for decades? You see, your hamstrings are part of a deeper network, the myofascial backline. And when they tighten, it's often your nervous system trying to shield you from injury, yes, but also from vulnerability, stress, and emotion. You never had the space to process that stiffness you feel. It's not just physical, it's existential tension, silently layered in your tissues. By practicing this daily, fold gently with breath and awareness, you begin to unwind years of unconscious holding, and something remarkable happens. You don't just become more flexible in your body. You become more flexible in your life. Decisions feel lighter. You react less and respond more. You feel more present in your relationships. You stop gripping so tightly to control and start trusting the flow again. This isn't about stretching to feel young. It's about remembering that your body still knows how to move, receive, and trust even after 50. And that, my friend, is real flexibility. Benefit 2. Goodbye to hidden stress and stored tension. Let's talk about stress, the kind that lives in your body, not just your mind. You may think stress leaves when the moment passes, but after 50, most of us are carrying decades of unprocessed tension, and it doesn't just disappear. It gets stored, hidden deep in the tissues of the body, especially in your hamstrings. When you sit for years, hold your breath through hard times, or push through life without pause, your nervous system learns one thing: survival through contraction. The muscles at the back of your body, especially the hamstrings, become the body's armor. They tighten not just from inactivity, but from the emotional weight you've never had time to release. This daily forward fold isn't just a stretch. It's a conversation with your nervous system gently saying, you're safe now. You can let go. And when you combine breath, touch, and mindful movement, something powerful happens. Stored stress begins to melt. You may feel subtle tremors, heat, even emotion rising to the surface. That's not weakness. That's release. That's healing. And over time, you'll notice the chronic background tension in your shoulders, jaw, and hips begins to dissolve. You sleep deeper. You feel calmer during the day. And maybe for the first time in years, you feel like your body is no longer fighting you, but finally working with you. True healing doesn't require effort. It requires permission. And this simple daily ritual gives your body exactly that benefit. 3, better sleep, better mood, better decisions. After 50, it's easy to accept poor sleep, low energy, or emotional swings is just part of getting older. But what if your restless nights and reactive moods aren't just about age, but about a nervous system stuck in survival mode? When your body holds on to stress, it doesn't shut off at bedtime. It hums beneath the surface, quietly telling your brain, stay alert, stay tense, don't relax. This is why you wake up tired, why small things feel overwhelming, why making decisions, big or small, feels heavier than it should. Here's where the magic of this daily practice begins to ripple outward. The simple act of folding forward with awareness activates your ventral vagus nerve, the part of your nervous system responsible for rest, digestion, and calm connection, combined with deep, rhythmic breathing and intentional touch. This practice sends a signal of safety to your entire body, and safety is the root of everything. When your body feels safe, your brain no longer has to stay on high alert. You fall asleep easier. You stay asleep longer. You wake up clearer. Your moods stabilize. And perhaps most importantly, you start making decisions not from fear or urgency, but from a grounded sense of inner clarity. This isn't just about relaxing. It's about returning to a state where rest, joy, and wise choices come naturally because your nervous system finally remembers what peace feels like. And once that switch flips, everything in life gets lighter. Benefit for prevent falls, improve posture, walk tall again after 50. One of the biggest threats to independence isn't disease, it's falling. A simple trip or slip can change everything. But most people don't realize the root of stability isn't just balance. It's body awareness. And that awareness begins in the back of your body, especially your hamstrings. As we age, we tend to lose our connection to the ground. Our posture caves and our steps become shorter, and we stop trusting our own movements. But what if this gradual loss of confidence in your body wasn't inevitable? What if it was reversible? This daily forward fold reconnects you with something vital, your body's internal map. With conscious breathing, gentle touch, and mindful descent, you activate proprioception, your body's ability to sense itself in space. You begin to feel where you are again. You reawaken the neural pathways between your feet, legs, spine, and brain. And slowly, your posture begins to correct itself, not through force, but through reconnection. You'll start standing taller without trying. You'll walk with more grace. And most importantly, you'll regain trust in your movements. This isn't about becoming athletic. It's about staying sovereign in your body so you can keep living life on your own terms. Every fall prevented is a chapter of freedom preserved. And this one simple daily practice may be the quiet, powerful key to that freedom. Benefit 5. Awaken your creative energy and emotional vitality. Something beautiful happens when your body stops bracing for life and starts opening to it. By the time we reach our 50s, many of us have unknowingly shut down parts of ourselves just to cope. We've been strong for others. We've pushed through pain. We've survived. But in the process, we often lose touch with our own creative spark, our emotional softness, our sense of flow. Here's the truth. That part of you isn't gone. It's just been buried under tension, under responsibility, under years of holding it all together. This daily forward fold done with intention does more than stretch your muscles. It unlocks emotional memory stored in your fascia, especially along the back line. As you breathe and fold, you might feel warmth rise, a lump in your throat, a sudden wave of inspiration. That's not random. That's your energy coming back. Online, when you release physical rigidity, you make space for creative flow to return. You feel more inspired, more emotionally available. You start writing again, painting, dancing, dreaming, or simply smiling more easily. This practice becomes a doorway not to who you were, but to who you still are beneath the armor. And after 50, nothing is more powerful than remembering you're not done feeling fully alive. You're just beginning. Practice guide. How to do the forbidden fold safely and powerfully. Let's get practical. This isn't about pushing your body. It's about inviting it to remember. Start by standing with your feet hip-width apart, knees slightly bent, and weight evenly. Balance across your soles. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel your connection to the ground. Take a slow, deep inhale through your nose for a count of 6. Let your ribs expand. Exhale for a count of 8, letting your body soften. Now, place your hands gently at the tops of your thighs as you begin to fold forward. Keep your spine long and your knees soft. Slide your hands down the back of your legs with steady, conscious touch. Go only as far as your breath stays calm and your body feels safe. Don't aim for the floor. Aim for sensation, not destination. Once you reach your edge, stay there. Breathe 3 deep cycles. On each exhale, invite just a little more. Surrender. Feel into the backs of your legs. Notice if emotions, warmth, or even subtle trembling arise. That's release, not failure. Remain in the fold for 1-2 minutes or less if needed. When you rise, do so slowly, vertebra by vertebra, staying connected to sensation. This isn't a workout. It's a ritual, a daily ceremony of reconnection. Done regularly, it becomes a message to your nervous system. You don't have to brace anymore. It's safe to flow. Even 1 minute a day can create change. But the magic is inconsistency. Gentle, attuned, present. Who shouldn't do this practice? While this fold is gentle, it's not for everyone. If you've had recent spinal surgery, a herniated disc, or severe sciatica, consult your doctor or physical therapist before trying it. Avoid deep forward folds if you have osteoporosis with spinal compression risk, or if bending forward causes sharp pain. This practice is about listening, not forcing. If your body says not yet, honor that wisdom. There are always other paths to healing. The goal isn't to prove anything. It's to create space for safety, flow, and long-term freedom. Modify, support yourself, and when in doubt, always prioritize gentleness over ambition. Conclusion: this isn't just a stretch. It's a return to yourself. If you have made it this far, let me say this clearly. You're not behind. You're just on the edge of a beautiful return. This simple daily fold may look like a stretch, but what it really offers is a pathway back to yourself, to the version of you that moves with ease, that breathes without bracing, that trusts their body, not fears it. Too often, after 50, the world tells us to shrink, to settle, to manage decline. But your body has a different message. I remember how to open. I just needed you to ask. Every time you fold forward with care, you're not just improving flexibility. You're dissolving decades of tension, rewriting old stories etched into your tissues, and telling your nervous system it's safe to live fully now. And what happens when you do this every day? You sleep better. You walk taller. You feel more joy in your skin. You stop reacting from fear and start responding from grounded wisdom. Most importantly, you begin to move through life not stiff, not guarded, but fluid, creative, and alive. That's the real gift. Not touching your toes, but touching your truth. If this resonated with you, I'd love to know what's one part of your body that's asking to be heard right now. Leave a comment below. And if you know someone who needs this, share it. Your simple gesture might change their life. This is your time, your return. Let's keep moving forward softly, bravely,